What's up, Bills Mafia? So what did we learn from the Bills' loss to the Cincinnati Bengals this past Sunday night? Well, what we learned is the Bills are in a lot of trouble. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
This is PZ Music.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you. Well, Bills Mafia, what did we learn from the Bills' loss to the Cincinnati Bengals this past Sunday night? What we learned is this Bills team is in a lot of trouble, and I don't know if there's an answer. I do not know at this point, guys. What we do know is coaching is getting worse. What we also know is McDermott doesn't have an answer, and neither does Dorsey when it comes to the offense. No answer. It's been weeks, guys, weeks, and they're still looking for their identity on offense. How is this a thing? This is the same offense under McDermott for the past, let's say 5 seasons now. When it comes to the same players on this team, pretty much sprinkle in a few newbies, but for the most part, still got Josh Allen, still got Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis been here a while, Dawson Knox been here a while, right? Deion Dawkins, come on, man. Ken Dorsey's been here since 2020, I believe 2019 as quarterback coach, offense coordinator now. He's familiar with the offense. What is going on here, man? Sean McDermott's been our head coach since 2017. We've lost our identity on offense. Don't know what we want to be. It makes zero sense, guys. I'm not buying it. I think Ken Dorsey's just not the guy. And it's crazy because I did a video last year telling Bills Mafia, "Oh, hey, relax on Ken Dorsey. Give the dude a break." We're third. I think we're second in the league in scoring. I think we were third overall in offense. Hey, whoa, what are you complaining about? I get it. It wasn't the greatest ending to the season under Ken Dorsey with this offense. But give the guy a break 1 year. Okay, man, dude, you're 1 year and 9 games in, going on week 10. And it's been the same nonsense. Matter of fact, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I mean, give me back last year's Ken Dorsey's offense, I guess. I'll deal with that. I could deal with that. But right now, we're on a decline, man. And players don't seem happy about it, even though they're not really saying they're not happy. But come on. Y'all see them on the sidelines. Y'all see them post-game. This team right now ain't right, guys. It ain't right. So anyways, let's get to this, what we learned. Once again, shout out to Bills Wire for creating this article. All right, so what did we learn? All right, first up, I'm sorry, I had the wrong one. What did we learn? Because that one, by the way, real quick, dude, this is the report card. I'm going to be doing this one later, and this is for my members only. So if you guys want to become a member of the Mafia Sports Report, it's $4.99 a month, $5, and you will have your own. I do 1 to 2 videos a week just for members. That's up to you. If you don't want to, that's fine. But if you want to, like I said, man, you get your own videos, and also it helps support the channel. And it's much appreciated from me. Anyways, let's get back to it. All right, things we learned. All right, first up, man, look at Stephon Diggs. Golly, you never want to see that, right? The Bills are not a playoff team. The Bills are not in the playoff as things currently stand. There is no debating that. So Buffalo is not a postseason team right now. You hear my dog barking? She's pissed off. The Bills slid down to 9th place in the AFC after their loss to the Bengals. They since moved back up to 8th, but that's still not a playoff spot. Now, mind you, it is early, guys. It's early. So I'm not going to let's not go crazy yet that the Bills aren't going to make the playoffs. But should I say it? Should I say it? Or should I post it here? Should I play it? Yeah, why not? Why not, right?
In my opinion, that sucked. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Yeah, I really do. At this point, right? I really just hope we can win a game. At this point, guys, that's how bad this season's going. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. I never thought I would think this way about, this Buffalo Bills team that, I'm questioning if we can even beat the Denver Broncos this coming up Monday night. That's wild to me. If you were to tell me that and to start the season, I'd tell you you're nuts. Bills are going to win 40 to, 13 or something like that. I don't know if we could put up 20 points now the way we're playing. So, yeah, it's wild. So, playoffs, man, I guess at this point, one game at a time, right? And see what happens, man. But a lot of people bring up 2021, and I did too early in the season when we had, I believe, 2 losses at the time, or 3 maybe even, I think 3. And I said, hey, listen, look what happened 2021. It's not over yet. We started off bad in 2021. Actually, I did that. I said that after the Jets loss. So we were 0-1 against the Jets. And I said, hey, go back 2021. We lost at home to Pittsburgh. And I said, look, that season was a rocky one, right? 2021, right? Then we went on like a 4-game winning streak after that loss. Things were looking good. And then, there we go. Bad play, right? A lot of win, loss, win. And before you know it, we are fighting to win the division with the Patriots, right? And the Patriots took the lead, and we lost to Tampa. And, man, Bills Mafia was so mad, right? I think we were 7-6 at the time. And we went on a roll, and we wound up winning the East by 1.5 games, I believe. And then we went. That's the 13-second game. We got hot at the right time. But the difference between 2021 and 2023 is we were pretty healthy. We had a different offensive coordinator in Brian Daboll. Not saying Daboll is the offensive genius, but he's better than Ken Dorsey. Let's be real. And I'm not even a Daboll supporter, but Daboll is a much better offensive coordinator who has a lot more experience, by the way, than Ken Dorsey. And it showed, and it's still showing. So we were able to get our act together and get hot. Look what's going on now. We got injuries all over the place on defense. We didn't have that problem in 2021. We had a pretty healthy team for the most part. And we had a better offense in 2021. Let's be real. What do we see? What's going on so special here that we can get hot? I don't know. I don't see it. But can it happen? Sure. Anything can happen. And I want to eat crow for making these videos, for saying Ken Dorsey's not the guy, for saying Sean McDermott needs to go. Trust me. I want you guys to come back and bash these videos that I made over this past week about Sean McDermott and his coaching staff. I would love it. There's nothing more than I would enjoy more than winning a Super Bowl on a Sean McDermott, Ken Dorsey. I listen, and I would love it, man. Y'all come in here and be like, y'all, you bashing Ken Dorsey, bashing Sean McDermott. I'll be like, yep, I was wrong. You're right, man. I'm an idiot. Like I want to believe. Trust me. I want to make a video saying that, but I don't know, man. It's like this offense is stuck in the mud, right? And Sean McDermott and Ken Dorsey they just want to push the gas pedal down and keep it down and keep those tires spinning and hope that the car gets out of the mud. And that's not going to work. You have to figure another way out of it. And they're not. It's week after week. Let's just stick to what we were doing. instead of going, okay, let's be creative. Let's change it up. Let's do this. Let's go up tempo. Let's go no huddle. Because what we're doing currently isn't working. In fact, it's gotten worse. So why would you keep on spinning your tires in the mud, hoping you can get out and saying, you know what? Let me get out of this vehicle and find a board, something, put under the tire. That might do it. Right? But no, that's not what they're doing. You got Sean McDermott on the outside of the car telling Ken Dorsey, just keep on hitting the gas. Anyways, let's get back to it, man. I'm sorry, guys. Man, it drives me crazy, man. All right, here we go. Gabe Davis is not a number 2 receiver. Man, I'm eating crow on this one too, guys. Just look at what the Bengals got from T. Higgins. He had 110 yards. Meanwhile, Davis had 2 targets, 0 catches. Davis will have positive play down the stretch. It can only go up from here, and he did have a scoring streak going on earlier this season. But even then, Davis doesn't make consistent impacts enough for the Bills' offense. He's not a number 2 receiver. At least rookie tight end Dalton Kincaid is improving. It's so sad, man, because I backed up this guy, man. I really did, man. I supported Gabe Davis. I wanted to believe that he could be that number 2. And I still, for some reason, have it in me that Gabe Davis can eventually get it right and become a number 2 somewhere. Maybe not here, but he can somehow get his act together. But it's looking more and more like it's just not going to happen. And a number 3, yeah, I think he's a solid number 3. But right now, we are not getting the production from Gabe Davis as a number 2. These are facts. I can't sit here and tell you anymore that Gabe Davis is a number 2. I'd be lying. I'd be lying to everyone. And I can't do it. Just like Ken Dorsey. I can't come on here like I did last year and say, oh, you got to give Ken Dorsey a break. I do. It's bullshit. It's coming out of my mouth. Blah, blah. It's all lies. And you're not coming here to watch me lie, are you? So, no, man. Gabe Davis right now is not a number 2. And Dalton Kincaid is starting to be that. But guess what? Dalton Kincaid is a tight end. And I get it. He's a hybrid tight end. A tight end could still be the number 2. But I need a number 2 receiver. I need a guy that Josh could be that's reliable, right? That Josh can count on. And it just seems like Gabe Davis is having a problem with separation, route running. And I will say this, though. Josh Allen has missed him on a few plays as well. This isn't just always on the receivers. Josh is just at fault on some of these plays. Go back to the Bengals game. He had him on that route, on that deep route down the sideline, and he underthrew it and threw an interception. You put some air under that ball. Davis had a good 2 or 3 yards separation. He could have took it to the house if Allen would have gotten threw a better ball. And that's not on Gabe Davis. The one where Gabe Davis got his face mask pulled in the end zone, once again, if Allen puts a little bit better touch on the ball, very possible Gabe Davis comes down with that. But, listen, at the same time, man, quarterbacks aren't perfect all the time either. And I also feel like sometimes Gabe Davis doesn't really go up for the ball either. Like on a lot of 50-50 balls, it seems like he's just I don't know if it's lazy or he's just not really fighting for the ball. And sometimes as a good receiver, as you guys know, there's plenty of them out there. They go up and fight for those balls, man, right? And I just don't see it from Gabe Davis this season. But it's weird because I've seen Gabe Davis do it before. But this season, which is weird because it's a contract year, he's just not I feel like he's just not putting his 100% effort into it. And I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. All right, next up. Turnovers aren't happening. They're happening for us, We're turning the ball over, but we're not getting turnovers. The Bills were among the NFL's best at the start of the 2023 season in terms of turnovers. They aren't anymore. The Bills have dropped way down that chart and currently sit at even 0 in terms of their turnover differential for the year. Buffalo hasn't made an interception since facing the Miami Dolphins in week 4. Unacceptable. Once again, y'all know turnovers are huge, man. We haven't got interceptions in week 4. Kidding me? I told you guys I was concerned about that cornerback room. And thank God Brandon Beane went ahead and made a trade for Rasul Douglas, and maybe that will change, right? Maybe Rasul Douglas will help out in that department and get some interceptions once he starts seeing some more playing time. You guys saw him in against the Bengals. He was limited. But I think as the weeks go on and he gets used to this defense, you'll see more and more that Rasul Douglas is in there a lot more, and he will eventually be the CB1, in my opinion. But right now, man, turnovers are just bad. Just not even interceptions, just fumble, getting on top of the ball. We were early on. Terrell Bernard was scooping up so many fumbles, interceptions, right? And we can't. It seemed like when we lost Matt Milano, this defense just lost its ways, man. It lost its way as far as turnovers. Now, I will say this. I will credit Sean McDermott for doing what he's done so far with this defense, what he has in place, because a lot of guys are backups filling in for really, really top Pro Bowl, all pro type of players. Tough shoes to fill, man. Who's going to fill in for Matt Milano? Really? Come on, man. And Dotson is not the guy. Dotson is not the guy on any team. But what can you do? There's no other linebacker out there, a magical linebacker out there waiting around a free agency. There's not available. To me, I'd roll with Dorian Williams, but the coach is stubborn. He's going to keep on throwing Dotson out there. Big mistake. Teams are already attacking us there because Dotson's not good at pass coverage. So yeah, man, it just seems like when Matt Milano went out, man, that this defense just lost its way. Now, also, we signed Joseph on the line. He saw some limited action against the Bengals, and the limited action was really good, what I saw. So hopefully, as the weeks go on with him as well, he gets more playing time. He's in there full time, and that will also help out that line. But even the line, getting to the quarterback lately is a disaster. We're just not getting home. So yeah, man, things got to get better on the with the defense turnovers. All right, so let's get to the next one, guys. Injuries continue to mount. Yes, they do. Add linebacker Terrell Bernard, concussion, and cornerback Christian Bedford, hamstring, to your list of injured players you look for on the injury report every week. The injury situation for the Bills is pretty ridiculous at this point. Essentially, everyone has hit the defense. Too. So, yeah, it seems like everyone, we just can't catch a break. Everyone seems to be getting hurt. Christian Benford, by the way, had the hamstring going on. He was dealing with a hamstring injury last week during practice. He sat out, and then they winded up playing him that Sunday night against the Bengals. And unfortunately, soft tissue injuries, guys, and hamstrings are tricky. So who knows? Who knows how long Benford will be out for? Because if you keep pushing him out too early, it's going to get worse. Hamstrings, like I said, are very tricky. So now you got Rasul Douglas and possibly Dane Jackson, and then Josh Norman, because Kyer right now is on the IR, and Kyer wouldn't even be playing even if he wasn't on the IR. So the cornerback room, once again, is just not looking good again. Now, I will say this, though. Dane Jackson had himself a really good game against the Bengals. But he's like Gabe Davis, very inconsistent. Matter of fact, probably worse as far as consistency goes. But I did like what I saw from Gabe Davis last week against the Bengals. I thought he was physical. Even when he got beat, I thought he played the ball really well, got back into the play. So I did like what I saw from Dane Jackson. Hopefully he can continue doing that moving forward because we're going to need him. We are, plain and simple, especially now that Benford is dealing with his hamstring issue. Now, Terrell Bernard, concussion. Oh, boy. You know how that goes. He could be back this week, Monday night, or he could be out for the next 2-3 weeks. It just depends how bad the concussion is when the doctors say he's ready to return. So, that sucks because we're already down Matt Milano, and we already have, Dotson in there. So now what do you throw? Throw in Dorian Williams. Now you got Dorian Williams, a rookie, who's having his rookie struggles at times, and Dotson. Oh my God, guys, we can't catch a break. Can't catch a break. So yeah, injuries are just crazy on the defensive side of the ball. But my thing is, they're still doing somewhat of a decent job to give this offense an opportunity, to bail them out, to win the game, pretty much. Help them out. And the offense is not. And what's the offense? What's their excuse? We got a healthy offense, guys. Offensive line's healthy. We haven't had a healthy offensive line in years. Offensive line's good to go. Receivers, all healthy. Running backs, healthy. Josh Allen, shoulder a little banged up, but relatively he's fine. That's something he's going to have to play through. And as the weeks go on, season goes on, that shoulder will start to feel better and better and better. It's not like the injury he had last year with the UCL that was really affecting his throwing motion. So other than that, man, we're healthy. What's James Cook's problem lately? He's not a 3-down back. He has limitations. He's a poor pass protector. Pass pro, forget about it. He's a liability. Get him out of the game. Honestly, guys, I'm very curious what they do with Fournette because Fournette is a good pass pro, good at pass protection, and he's a decent running back. Last year he had 1,200 all-purpose yards. I'm willing to roll the dice and put Fournette in there then if Cook is a liability. Cook has not been running good lately. He's just too light for me. Too light. Can't run between the tackles. This offensive line, I will say, I don't think they've been playing bad, but I don't think they've been playing really good either. I think they've been average over the last 3 weeks. So this offense has to get their shit together. They have to. Sean McDermott, once again, asked if he's going to make a change at play calling, offense coordinator. And he was, once again, upset that the question was even asked. No. I don't understand. At this point, like I said, man, going back to the whole stuck in the mud thing, it just seems like McDermott, this is what he wants. It's his decision. Y'all remember when McDermott was first hired here, he fired his offense coordinator within a couple games, got rid of him really quick. Forget his name. Where's that Sean McDermott? Give me that Sean McDermott back. The guy who was like, fuck it. You know what? Ain't working. Get the hell out of here. And honestly, I'm not even saying fire Ken Dorsey. I'm just saying demote him or get somebody else up there and maybe you do a split OC. Maybe you get Shula to help him out. We need a change. We need a spark. We need a new voice in that room. Have to. The players aren't buying into the offense anymore. I think they're confused on what the hell Ken Dorsey wants or what Sean McDermott wants. Because I really, truly believe Sean McDermott has his hands in this. And that's why he doesn't want to change Ken Dorsey, because Ken Dorsey is not going to defy like Sean McDermott. He's not going to say, hey, no, man, McDermott, look, Sean, love you, bud. I know you're the head coach, but I need to run things my way. It's not going to happen. He's a brand new offensive coordinator, a young offensive coordinator. He's not gonna back talk Sean McDermott and tell him he's gonna run it his way like Brian Daboll did. You see why Brian Daboll and Sean McDermott don't like each other, because Brian Daboll has been in the game a long time. So Brian Dable's not gonna back down from Sean McDermott. Ken Dorsey 100% will, 100%. So that, I mean, I definitely feel like Sean McDermott wants this offense ran a certain way, and Ken Dorsey's kind of handcuffed himself. And that's not helping this offense either. And listen, I'm not saying Ken Dorsey, it's because of Sean McDermott, all because of Sean McDermott. Ken Dorsey's a bad OC. I think Ken Dorsey is a smart guy. I think he's a hell of a quarterback coach. But I think he took on something that he's just not good at. And that happens. Guys, listen, there's been coordinators that are really good offensive coordinators, really good defensive coordinators, and they want to go to the next level, head coaching, and they fail. They fail miserably. Not all of them, but I'm saying some of them fail miserably. And what happens? They go right back to where they were, being a good offense coordinator, being a good defense coordinator. It happens, guys. So maybe same thing with Ken Dorsey. He took the next level up from quarterback coach, right, to offensive coordinator, and it's just not working out. That's okay. It's okay. Maybe he needs more time. As far as go back to being a quarterback coach, figure it out, get better at your craft, and then try it again in the future. But right now, you're bringing this team down with you. And McDermott's not helping out the situation at all. So, if it's me, guys, what I'm doing differently on offense, if you're going to keep Ken Dorsey in there, you got to go up tempo. I'm almost thinking no huddle at this point. Go up tempo, go no huddle, keep the defense guessing, get the defense tired, because you're going that fast downfield. Think of it like the K-gun, right? I don't care if we're scoring fast. McDermott's just going to have to take it. Yeah, your defense is right back on the field. Who cares at this point? We need points on the board. So, yeah, I'm going up tempo. That also limits the substitutions on the defense. They have to substitute a lot quicker. I'm telling you guys, that to me, up tempo, no huddle, is the way I would go right now. And it just seems like, watching this season, this team, this offense, this year, when we go up tempo, no huddle, in these games where we've been down, the offense just seems to click. It seems to gel. It moves down the field nice and smooth. But we're going to this slow pace offense that we've been doing, get in the huddle, take forever, go to the line. It's just not working. It's just not working. Maybe we'll get back to that and it'll work one day again. But right now, not working for this offense. So at this point, like I said, who cares? Switch it up. Stop spinning the tires in the mud. Think of a different solution. And I almost feel like Sean McDermott, Ken Dorsey's scared, or they don't want to. They really feel like this way is the way. And by spinning the tires, eventually that car will somehow miraculously get out of the mud and take off. And guys, the car's sinking in the mud. So anyways, guys, listen, tomorrow, Thursday night at 7:30 will be Mafia Means Family podcast live. You don't want to miss that with Mini Mafia and Mafia Mom. They'll go over the Denver Broncos Monday Night Football game in Buffalo. You don't want to miss that. And then on Friday Night Lights returns, the best podcast of the week at 8:30 with me and Mikey. You don't want to miss that either. So, Bills Mafia, I love you. I really hope things turn around. I do. Because, man, I've been a fan since 89. This has been such a roller coaster ride for me. I've been doing this channel since 2020. And man, it's so tough going in these off seasons. With getting bounced out early in the playoffs and just not achieving the ultimate goal, which is a Super Bowl. So, I don't know if it's going to happen this year, guys. It's not really looking good, but man, please, come on, Buffalo, come on, give me one. Give me one. Anyways, Bills Mafia, I love you. And as always, go Bills. I am out of here and I will play my outro, of course. So, peace.